What's going on, guys? Welcome to this video. It's your boy Raymond. And on this video today, I want to show you guys how to run successful campaigns on Facebook from the beginning of it to the end of it, and nothing withheld back. In fact, it's going to be one of the best videos you're going to be watching on this subject matter. So if you like this kind of content, you might want to sit back, relax, and go up all the information that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, you might be asking me, why am I going to be revealing lots of secrets? Why am I going to be doing this? Is because, first of all, I consider you guys as my tribe and my community, and I'm always out here giving you values and making sure that you have value for your time you spend and the energy you put into watching my videos. Now, the second reason is because I know that it's going to help a lot of businesses and it's going to be a game changer for you in your business. So if you apply the things I'm going to show you, then you can actually be more profitable in your business, especially in terms of running Facebook ads. The third reason is because I know this is going to create some kind of authority for this channel, and I've been in this game for more than 3 years now, like running digital ads for companies, for businesses, and all of that. So I understand that not every one of them actually have the time to apply these things by themselves. Alright, so I know there are a lot of persons also who are going to reaching out to me because of this video and because of the content, because they want to reach out to someone who they can trust, someone who they know have this knowledge and is coming from the trenches, and not just knowing it, is also applying it and using it. So that is the reason why I'm going to be giving out all of this for free on this YouTube channel. So what I ask you to do for me, guys, is just to make sure you subscribe to this channel if you're not yet subscribed, and give this video a thumbs up if you're liking it, share it with some other persons who are going to need it, and drop me a nice comment in the comment section. I appreciate to read your comments. And without making so much ado, we're going to hop into the content properly, and I'm going to unveil everything to you guys, sharing with you guys all the secrets without keeping anything back. Let's get inside. Alright guys, welcome inside of the training. So the first thing we're going to be doing is to create a business account, a business manager account, and it is very simple to do. What you just need to do is to go to business.facebook.com, and once you visit that link, it's going to take you to somewhere here where it is now going to require you to log in with your Facebook. Now I'm going to explain just a few things here. Maybe you might have done some kind of boosting on your profile before, or maybe you saw notification from Facebook to boost a page or something like that, and you've done that in the past. So now there's a difference between running ads from your personal account and then running ads from a business manager. It is 100% advisable to always move everything to your business manager. Now the reason is this. I'm going to give you this quick secret. Now when you run ads from your personal account or from your personal page, if anything goes wrong, let's say Facebook bans your ad account, okay, then you are done. You are definitely done. There is nothing you can do about that account, especially maybe when you try to retrieve it back and you're not able to do that. So it is gone, it is gone. Now, but if you're using a business manager, okay, you can have multiple ads accounts inside of a particular business manager. So what you want to do is, on your profile, you have the opportunity to create at least 2 business manager accounts, and each of those business manager accounts have the capacity to contain 3 different or 4 different ads accounts, depending on how warmed up your account is. Okay, so you want to quickly from the beginning create at least 2 business accounts, and in each of those accounts you're going to create different ads accounts. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, that is one secret that you should have at the back of your mind. Never to run ads from your personal profile account, because if anything goes wrong or if that ad account is banned, then you have lesser chances of retrieving back that ads account. You might now have to maybe create a new account or buy a Facebook account or something like that. So that is one thing I need to put out here right away, so you can have that at the back of your mind. if I log into my account, so I'm not going to log into this page, so I'm just going to show you what it feels like. Just follow a simple step-by-step to create a business account. Okay, once you click on login to your Facebook, it's going to take you through the process, and you just create a simple account. It's going to ask you for your name and your email address. So make sure that the name you're going to put is a name that is verifiable, a name that is in your ID, maybe your passport, your driver's license, should in case something comes up along the line and Facebook wants to verify your identity. So they're going to ask you for those kind of documents. So you want to make sure that everything tallies from the onset. Now, this is what it's going to look like when you are done with creating a business manager account. Okay, things like this, all tools. So inside your all tools, you have your ads manager, event manager, business settings, and all of that. Okay, so you want to start from business settings. So we're going to set up a couple of things inside the business settings. Okay, so inside your business settings, that's where you're going to have the ability to add persons, add partners. Let's say you want people to be able to manage your account. Let's say you want someone to have access to manage your ads account and all of that. So you can give them different levels of control. Okay, so you as a owner, you have full control over everything. So you can assign partners here, and you just come to add partners. So here you can give a partner access to your assets, okay, or you can ask someone to share. So if you want to give somebody access, you just click here, and then you're going to enter the person's business ID or the person's name. Okay, and that is very easy to do. So, and you want to add yourself to it, so you can actually add yourself as the manager of your business account. So here you can add pages. Okay, you can also add ads account here. So now to add a page, all right, just simply click on add. Then you have the option to either add a page, request access to a page. If you're going to be, let's say you are an agency and you're going to be having control over someone's page, you don't want to claim ownership of that page, right? So you can just click on request access. So they're going to get the notification to grant you access, right? Now, if it is a business page that you own, then you have to add the page here. That means you are claiming ownership of that page. Another option would be to create a new page. Let's say you do not have a page already, you might want to click here to create a new page. All right, now the next thing would be to add accounts. Okay, to create ads accounts. Now you have a couple of options here, right? So I've already exhausted the number of ad accounts I can add. So normally I have like 3 different ads accounts here already. So I can request for a new ad account, maybe a partner or a business that I'm handling their ads. So I can request for access to their ad account here. Okay, so I cannot add any other one because I've already exhausted the number of ad account I can create. So ordinarily you will see create a new ad account here, all right, on your own if it is a new business account. So it's a very simple step-by-step to follow. So just create a new account and then you'll be good to go. So you want to create at least 2 to 3 different ads accounts at the beginning, and then when you're done with creating the ads account, the next thing you're going to be doing is to add payment method. So I'm quickly going to show you how to add payment method to your ads account. Now, once you create your ads account, this is what it's going to look like. So the first prompt you're going to be getting will be to add payment method. All right, so but even if you don't see this notification, you can easily come here where you have billings and payments. Okay, and once you click on it, it's going to give you that option to add your payment method. Now once you land here, you're going to just start by saying get started. Now this is where you can now add payment method. So if you're from Nigeria or any other country, you just select your country here, and then you're going to put your payment method. So let me assume this is Nigeria now. Okay, so I'm going to select Nigeria. Then you can actually select the currency you want to pay. I'm going to select, like I want to add US dollars. Okay, and then select my time zone. Okay, Now, I'm going to tell you guys one secret here. The best practice would be to add different payment method on the different ads account you have. Let's say, for example, if you have 3 ads account, the first ad account you might want to use prepaid, okay? The second ad account you might want to make it a USD account, and then the third account you might want to use other payment methods like PayPal, okay? The reason why you are going to do this is because if anything happens to any of your ads account, let's say you use a particular card with your name and details and everything to create a payment method for that ads account, and that ads account gets banned, even when you create a new ads account, okay, Facebook will always link it back to that. They always know that this card has been banned before, or this account have had issues in the past, so you might run into problems doing that. So that is why the best practice is to have different payment methods for your different ads accounts, okay? So for example, I want to use USD for this particular ad account, so I'm going to click next. So here you're going to have the option to either choose a debit card or credit card, or you use PayPal, okay? So I use both systems. I use both credit card on one ad account, and then I use PayPal on another ad account for the same reason I just told you. So if anything goes wrong with any ad account, I can always lash back on the other one. So for this one, let us use credit card. So I'm going to click on next, and it's going to ask me to enter my card details. So I will simply enter the name on my card, enter my card number and all the details, and I'm going to save that, okay? That is very pretty simple to do. So if you are from countries maybe like Nigeria, then the type of cards you might want to put here is your dollar card, maybe a dollar card from your bank, or dollar card from dollar card service providers like Payday or any other cards that can pay online. So that's the card you want to use here, because normally your Naira card might not work here, and that is why you might want to use the prepaid option. So that is simple, and once you're done with that, you're just going to click on save, okay? Now once we are done with this, the next thing we're going to be doing is to set up Pixel. Now the reason why we need to set up Pixel is to help us to track conversions. It's going to help us to track results, and it's going to help us to optimize our campaigns. So in order to set up our Pixel, we just come to here where we have all tools, and then we're going to select event manager, and then once you just click on that, it's going to ask you to connect data, and then it's going to ask you to connect a new data source. So most likely you'll be running ads to a website page or something like that, so you're going to click on web. So I select web and then click on connect. Then I want to give a name to this pixel, so let me just call it Ray Test Pixel. Then I'm going to click on create. It's going to ask me the website where I want to connect this pixel. Now this is just going to be like, where are you going to install the pixel? What is your offer page? What are you trying to sell, right? So because you want to use the pixel to track conversions, you want to also use the pixel to build lookalike audience, to build custom audience that would help you in better optimizing your campaigns, and also that would help you to do what we call retargeting. Retargeting is a situation whereby someone have seen your ads in the past and probably they did not buy, but they show some kind of interest. So you want to retarget them, you want to show them back the ads. Maybe by the time they see it 3, 4, 5 times, it will now lead them to convert or pick more interest in what you are selling. So if you don't have that data, if you don't have that kind of data gathered in your campaigns, you'll not be able to do retargeting. So you just simply need to put the address here that you want to be selling on, and I'm going to click next. The next thing is, it's going to ask you, how do you want to install this pixel? Do you want to get some guidance, or do you want to do it yourself? So you're going to click on do it yourself, because you want to be able to copy the pixel code and install it on your page. So I'm going to show you how to do all of that. Okay, so we're going to click on do it yourself. Now you have this option where you have Metapixel and Conversion API, and you have Metapixel only. So this is the one that is recommended, the Metapixel and Conversion API. So that's the one you want to select. So you click on next, and then you have option of set up with a partner integration, or set up with a conversion API, or set up manually. So if you are working with things like Shopify, okay, you will want to select this option, and then you can use partner integration. But for example, I'm going to be installing this manually on my landing page or on my website, so I'm going to select the option of. So next thing you want to do is to scroll down to this place where you have set up Metapixel, okay, and once you click on set up Metapixel, it will ask you to check for partner integration or install code manually. So you want to install the code manually, so you're going to click install code, and then this is the code you're going to be copying. All right, so you're going to copy this code, and then you head over to your website to install it. Now, to create a simple landing page, I recommend you use a tool called Systeme.io. So I'm going to drop the link in the description of this video. Now, this particular platform would help you even if you're a beginner, so that you can be able to build out pages in the beginning for free. And not only building landing pages, you could also do email marketing, and from there you can begin to grow. So they have a free plan, and even the first basic plan, about $27 per month, is not quite much to compare to the type of services and opportunities you have with this platform. So I highly recommend platforms like Systeme.io. So I'm going to drop the link in the description, so you can just use that link and sign up. Okay, it's my affiliate link, and that is one of the ways you're going to be showing me support on this channel. So once you sign up, okay, now you come to where you have funnels. So you can quickly create a new funnel, and it's a very simple process. So let's say the funnel I'm going to create, I just call it tests, and I'm going to use one of my domain. So I want to build an audience, or I want to sell something, okay, or I want to build a funnel from scratch. Okay, so I'm just going to click on build a custom funnel from scratch, and I have my currency to be US dollars, and I just click on save. Now this is the funnel that we just created. It is called test. So I just come over here, and I'm going to begin to create a funnel. So I can add a step. So the first step might just be to, I'll give it a name, I'll call it my opt-in page, and then choose the type of funnel I want to build. So I have the option to quiz page, the opt-in thank you page, and the sales page, and a whole lot of other things here. Let's just say I want to build out the sales page. I don't want to waste time on this. So, but first of all, you need to actually build an opt-in page where people can enter their email address, and then you collect the emails, and when they land on your sales page or your thank you page, so the pixel will fire back. So I just want to create a sales page directly, and just to show you guys how to install the pixel, for example, then I can select any of these. All right, so I just want to use any of these templates that I already built, and I'm going to call it text pixel. Let me quickly edit the page. So let's assume this is my landing page. I finished building it and all, and I want to install the pixel. So I'm just going to come here where I have settings, and then I'm going to come down to where I have edit header code. So once you click on edit header code, then you'll now have the option to paste your pixel here. Okay, so I'm going to paste it here. That's it. So once I'm done, I'm just going to click on save. So I'll just make save changes and then exist. So once I've installed the pixel on my page, it means that anytime someone buys a product or someone sends in their email address and they will land on my sales page, then the pixel is going to fire back as a lead. And also, if someone buys my product then the pixel will also fire back as a purchase. So once I'm done with that, so I'm going to click on continue. So the pixel that I created is already here. So once it starts receiving activities, then I'll be able to see it here. So now after we've installed the pixel and everything is working correctly, so you are now set to start running ads, and this is kind of the way your dashboard is going to look like. Facebook ads is actually structured in a way where you have three major categories. You have the campaigns, you have the ad sets, and then you have the ads. So I'm going to walk you through all these three different levels. So we're going to start by creating campaigns here. Now here is where you're going to be selecting your campaign objective. So there are about 6 major campaign objectives. Okay, so I'm going to explain each of them. So awareness is when you want to reach a number of persons, maybe for your brand. You want to create some kind of awareness for your brand, so you want to choose awareness. Therefore, traffic is just to send visitors to your website or to your stores, and engagement is maybe to have some kind of likes, interactions with your post and stuff like that. And then leads is to generate some kind of leads to your business. It could be collecting their email address, collecting their phone number, or collecting their card details and all of that. You want to avoid these ones, okay? And we're going to be focusing on leads and sales, okay? Now, because if you try to do traffic, you might just be wasting your money if you don't know what you're doing, okay? And then for engagement, that will just be if you want to warm up your account. Let's say, for example, you've not run ads before and it's your first time, so you can just make a post on your page and decide to run some form of engagement ads so that you kind of warm up your account, right? But if you really want to see results, and if you really want to have control over your business and make the real money with Facebook ads, you're going to be focusing more on leads and sales. Except for app promotion, except you want to do app promotion, which most likely is not what you're doing. But if that's what you're doing, then you should go for that. But we're going to be focusing on leads and sales, and that is why we needed to install Pixel, right, on our website, so that the Pixel would help us to even create custom audience, to create lookalike audience, and so many other things, to track what is going on, and it will help us to optimize our campaigns. So for this video, I'm just going to go with leads, okay? And it's pretty the same thing with sales, like it's the same process, so just quite a little different here and there, but the process is just the same, okay? So once I select leads, right, then I'm going to click on continue. So just before I do that, you have this buy option, auction and reservation. So you want to just leave it at auction, okay? And then you're going to click on continue. Now it's going to ask you, do you want recommended settings or do you want manual setup? Of course we want manual setup, so we want to set things by ourselves, so we want to have more control. So I'm going to select manual leads campaign setup, okay? Now of course you can see it has loaded in terms of campaigns, ad sets and ad, and that's exactly what you have here: campaign, ad set and ad, okay? So the first option here is to name your campaign. So you might not want to bother yourself about that, but I'm going to tell you how to name your campaign. So now the strategy in which I use to name my campaigns is I will give it the offer name, all right, then the placement name, and then maybe the target country. So for example, if I'm going to be running an offer for leads generation, maybe to my website or to a book offer, I want to target places like newsfeed, or target Instagram, or target mobile, or target desktop. So I want to target mobile newsfeed, so just mobile. And here I want to target Nigeria or UK or US. So I'm just going to put the country. So this does not really matter anything, but it's just a way to keep your campaigns organized. Okay, so any name can go here, however you want to do it, best for you, right? You must not do it this way, but this is just the way I do it to stay organized, right? Now here you have special ad category, and it's going to ask you to declare if you're going to be running ads that has to do with credit, employment, housing, social issues. Then your best bet is to declare it here, because if you don't and Facebook finds out that your ads is related to these things, they're going to ban your ad account, and that will be it. Okay, so but if you do not have anything to declare, you can just leave that open. So for A/B tests, you can just leave it off. And then this advantage campaign budget, it used to be campaign budget optimization, CBO. So you can just leave it off, but let me quickly explain what it is. Usually you set your budget at ad set level, okay, and that is where Facebook is going to charge from. But if you put this on, that means you are asking Facebook to charge at campaigns level. Okay, so it's kind of more advanced stuff, so we're going to just leave that, and you don't really need that in the beginning. So you just click next. So for ad set now, all right, you can just also give it a name. So I have a method I use to give my ad set name. So you could use this if you want. You could just give it any name you want, but what I do is I kind of give it the gender I'm going to be targeting, and then the interests and the ad name. So for example, if I'm going to be targeting only male, I can just say male here, and I'm going to be targeting people who are interested in digital marketing, and then the name of the ad, because I can have different ad sets in one campaign. And the way I run my own is I have a campaign, and then inside of that campaign I can have multiple ad sets. Then each of the ad sets is leading to one ad, so I can have a bit of control of how things works. I can decide to duplicate the same ad set, right, but run it to different ads, and that would help me to see which one is performing well and which one is not performing well. So I might have the same targeting inside of my ad set, but different ads in those different ad sets. Okay, so let's say the name of my ad is book 1 video 1. Okay, so that's kind of keep things organized for me, right? Then the next one is to select my conversion location. So usually it's going to be your website, right? So that is where you're going to be collecting leads. You can also use instant form if you know how to use that, or to messenger, but ideally you go with websites. Okay, then my performance goal is going to be maximum number of conversions, so I'll just leave it at that. Then for my pixel, of course you could see that the pixel that we created is already showing here, right? So that's very, very easy. If you do not create a pixel for your ad account, then you will be required to create a pixel at this point. So you must have a pixel that will be able to track the event. Now here is going to ask me my conversion event. What is going to be my conversion event? So I want people to actually submit an application or complete a registration or just simply a lead. All right, so lead magnet. So I'll just select lead, and then it's going to ask me to set up conversions, right? So I'm just going to click on set up conversions. Now there are two options here. Okay, you have track conversions with standard event, and then track custom conversions. So if you're going for standard events, it means that the pixel that we installed, you'd have to do some changes on the pixel to include the lead or the sales option that you're doing. So let me select that, for example. So you have different options here: view content, search. Okay, so this is like what your business is about. If it is e-commerce and retail, just leave it at that. Then for example, if I want to track for purchase, right, so I'll just come here where you have purchase, and then I'm going to enter, let's say, what is going to be the value of the conversion, right? So let's say it is 6,000 naira or whatever. Then the currency, you can put the currency. If it is Nigeria, you put NGN, all right? And then the quantity, maybe if I sell one product, it's going to cost 6,000 naira. Okay, you can see this actually populates here, right? So I can just copy this now, all right, and go back to my website. So that means once they land on a purchase page, so this pixel will fire back. Okay, but let's say I would just want to track for completion of registration when people enter an email address. So this is where I'm going to come, and then I'm just going to conversion value, currency. I can just leave all of that. I do not need that. So I'll just copy this code here, all right, and then head back to, so I head over to my funnel, edit my page, then head over to settings, scroll down to where I have my header, edit header code, click on that. Now this is the first pixel we installed, so I'm just going to come to the last line, enter, and then paste that code. So with this code now, it will fire back anytime someone lands on this page and maybe the person entered their email address and their phone number or whatever, and they get to this page. Okay, Facebook would fire it back as a lead. So I'm going to save that here. I'm going to save changes. And that's it. Okay, so once I'm done with that, so I'm just going to click done, and that will be it. All right, so I've actually set up my conversion. If I do not want to go that route, I can also use this route of track custom conversions. So with this, all I just need to do is to include traffic that meets the following conditions. So if I come back to my page, right, I already entered my website address, you know, for my pixel. So I can just come here, copy this particular code here, the name of my page, copy it, and then I come back here, then I'm going to paste that to be, it says include traffic that meets the following conditions. So the URL contains this. So once that URL contains this, and the category is going to be as complete registration or as a lead. So once I put it as a lead there, okay, I'm going to click next. Then I'll just name the conversion, all right, and just call it lead gen. If I want to create some value for it, let's say it was for a sale, right, I'll just add the value here in terms of dollars. So this is another easy way to actually set up your conversion if you don't want to go with the route of installing back the code. Like you don't want to edit the code inside your website, so you could use this route, right? So let me just leave that, and I'm going to click on create. All right, so that is that done. So it's a two-way thing. Whichever one you want to work with would actually work perfectly well, right? So now we come over to budget and schedule. So you have two options here. You can do daily budget or lifetime budget. So daily budget has to do with the amount of money you want to spend every day for the particular ad, and then lifetime budget is you want to spend so amount of money within this period of time, let's say 7 days, 1 month, or whatever. So usually I'll just go with daily budget. Then for amount you want to be spending every day, you can start from anywhere from $10. Okay, so depending on what type of product and what you're trying to achieve, so with that you can progress from there and see how things actually goes, right? Then for start dates, so you just leave it at that, and then you scroll down to where you have audience control. So, and for audience control you have options for more, so you can decide to select what you want. So you can choose your location to be anywhere, either Nigeria, UK, whatever place you want to target. And let's say you want to target a particular city in a particular country, so you also have that option to select it here. So for example, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be targeting Lagos, Nigeria. So Lagos as a city, I'm going to select that. Then for age, okay, Usually I select my minimum age to be around 25, anywhere from 21 to 25. So I'm just going to select 25. And then for my language, I will just select English. Now there are two options to actually set your audience, right? You have a second option where you have switch to original audience options. So if I should switch to original audience options, then they are giving me a warning that if I use advantage audience, okay, that the advanced technology is going to find audience for this campaign to help improve the performance. You can still set limits to control who can and can't see your ad and all of that, okay? But if I want to use the original audience setup, so I'll just come and click use original audience. Now when I use original audience, that is where I would have the opportunity to actually select my audience, okay? I can create custom audience. If I already have custom audience that I've generated through my pixel, then this is where I will be able to use the custom audience, okay? So I don't have anyone set, so I can decide to create a new one, right? I can decide to create a lookalike audience or a custom audience. So but I need to have some data for me to be able to create a lookalike audience and custom audience for this particular account. So I'm going to be using this original audience, and already I've selected the location. So now it's going to give me option to select my age range. So I want it to be between 25 to like 64 years, okay? So you can see that in the former one I didn't have the option to select the limit, and then for genders I can now decide to sell to either males or females, all right, or to sell to all genders. So automatically it was in all. So if my product is for only female, then of course I want to select for women here. If it's only for men, I select for men. If it is for both genders, I'll just select all. And then here I can now add my interests. So here will give me option to add interests like digital marketing or something like that, so whatever I want to target. So I can see digital marketing as interests, and then English is my all. So I can decide to save this audience so that next time I would have the option to come to my saved audience and be able to use it. So let me just quickly save it and give it a name as digital marketers. So I'm just going to save that. So any other time I can just come and select from my saved audience and look for digital marketers without having to go through all of this. So you can see my audience, it says it is pretty defined, right? And anywhere from 1.4 million to 1.7 million. So you want to do something above 1 million, right? So you can have enough target. So for placement, usually you would see the placement, you have option to actually edit the placement. You have option for manual placement and for advantage placement. So for example, if I want to have total control of my ad, I want this ad to run only on Facebook, or I want this ad to run only on Instagram, right? So I have the option to select manual placement here. Then when I select manual placement, so I can decide to run this ad only on mobile. So I just come here and remove desktop. All right, so I don't want this ad to run on desktop, so I can control things. Then of course I don't want this to run on audience network, so I have the freedom to remove it from Messenger. All right, and I have the option to either run it only on Facebook, or to run only on Instagram, or to run on both platforms, right? So if whatever be the option, right, you have the option to select it here. So it all depends on what you want. Okay, now when you scroll down, you have some other options to work with. Usually if I'm going to run my ads on Instagram, so I just want Instagram feed, and I don't really have interest in this, so I'm just going to remove that. Instagram explore home. So you have in-stream ads, I don't want that, so I can deselect that. You have search results. I do not want that. I can also deselect that. So these are the options that you will get when you select the manual placement. Okay, so you have more control over where your ads appear. So if you want to do more stuff here, you can just click on more, and then you have other options like operating system, whether you want it for people who are connected to Wi-Fi and stuff like that. But honestly, you don't actually need this, so you just leave that. And then that will be pretty it for ad set. So we're done with setting up the ad set, the targeting, the interest, the pixel, the conversion, and where we want it to where we want the conversion to take place, which is the website and all of that. So once you're done with that, then you're going to click on next. So here we are on the ads tab, and then the first thing that we need to do is just to give the ad the name. So remember the name we used book 1 video 1. So it can be anything, right? There's no big deal about it. Then you are going to select your page. Of course, your Facebook page must have been connected. So you're going to select the page where you want the ads to run. So I connect my page. Then if your ad is going to show on Instagram, if you want the ad to run on Facebook and also on Instagram, then you must connect the Instagram account that you want to run on it. So it's either you select an account already or you connect a new one. So I think I already have one connected, so I'm just going to select it. So once I select that, you can see that goes out. Okay, now you have the ad setup. So under the ad setup, you have the options to create the ad from scratch, or to use an existing post, or to use Creative Hub Mockup. So if you have a post already on Facebook that you want to boost, or that you just want to use as your ad, so you can easily select use existing post. But most likely you're going to be creating a new ad. So just select the create ad, and then the manual upload. So there are different formats. You have single image or video, you have carousel, and then you have collection. We're going to use single image or video option. Okay, and then over here you now have the option to add your media. So we're going to be using a video for our ad. Okay, so you can use image if you want to use image, if that is what works for your business. But from my experience, I've come to realize that actually video does so well when it comes to Facebook ads recently, right? So I want to go with video ad. So at this point, I want to quickly give you guys some tips on how to make high converting Facebook video ads. Now, first of all, you want to make sure that your videos are short and straight to the point, especially if you're going to be advertising on mobile, because people's attention these days are quite very small. And then another tip would be to use high quality audio. Sometimes your videos might not be the top notch when it comes to visuals, but make sure that your audio is top notch, because if you don't have a good audio, people are going to actually scroll out and it's going to be discomforting, to watch your ads. Okay, and then you want to use compelling content. You want to use some form of B-roll added to your video ad. Okay, and then you also want to use text overlays to highlight some of the benefits of your offer. Okay, and make sure that you also have a compelling intro, because your compelling intro is between 3 to 50 seconds of your video, or 3 to 5 seconds of your video. That is what is going to catch people's attention to even want to watch your videos. If you also have the option to add some funny stuff into your video, that would make sense, because people are on Facebook to be entertained, people are on social media to be entertained. So if you can add some form of funny stuff, or jiffy or something that makes people laugh, that would also make sense. And then if you can also add things like a header, something that will just be there to increase some form of engagement, that would be also perfect, right? And then there are different types of video ads that actually do well when it comes to Facebook ads campaign or running ads on Facebook. You have the product demonstration videos. Now, these type of videos are videos that are going to demonstrate how users or how people are going to be using your product or your services. You want to do a clear demonstration of how the product works. All right. Now, the second type of video ad you could be creating is compelling story videos. So in this type of video, you can tell a story about a brand, or you can just tell a story, and from that story you link it together and people can relate to your story and they won't even feel like it's an ad. So it's either you use a product demonstration video or you use a compelling story videos. And then the third option is to use testimonial videos. So if people have actually used your product or service in the past, you can just show some kind of testimonials of people using your product or the result people have gained from using your product. But you don't want to use a kind of testimonial that is not real or that is going to lead to ban of your account. So you want to make it something that is relatable, okay, that would also be able to fly on Facebook. So you have three types of video ads, like I mentioned. You have product demonstration videos, you have compelling story videos, and then you have your testimonial videos. So those are the kind of options that you want to be using in terms of your video. Now, the next thing I want to tell you guys is you can create these video ads on your own, right, if you have the skill. But if you don't have the skill to create video ads, then you don't have to let it stop you. You don't have to allow that to be your stumbling block or things that would be a barrier to actually making money or actually pushing your business to the next level. These are things you could easily outsource. So don't be caught up with the technical aspect of things like creating your video ads. You could outsource it on places like Fiverr, Viral Ecom Ads. I'm going to drop the link in the description of the video, so you can use them to actually create your ads, all right? Or they will just help you to create ads for your products. They are usually content creators, and they would help you to create ads that are really going to perform very well over time. So you can see a lot of testimonials here. The big guys in the e-commerce space, most of them are using them, so, and can actually attest to them. So just use the link and you'll be able to get some percentage off, okay, for using the link in the description of the video. So, and they're going to help you to create video ads for your ads, okay, or create video content for your ads. Now, just in case you want to create these ads by yourself, okay, I'm going to give you a secret to help you to create ads on your own. So you have this tool here called Lumen 5. So with Lumen 5, you can easily create ads. They have lots of content already that you can convert blog posts to videos, or to help you to create video ads that are really going to be able to convert. So you can see over 10 million videos created across the industry. So this is a powerful tool that you may want to also consider using. So I'm also going to drop the link in the description, so you can use that if you want it. So now we're done with our video. So I'm just going to go here to add our video. So you're going to click upload, and then you're going to select your video here. So let's just say that is a video. Now the next thing will be to write a very compelling ad test, okay, a primary test for your ad. So you're just going to write it here, and I'm just going to give you my own format on how I write compelling Facebook ads test. Okay, so first of all, you want to like ask a question, right? You want to ask your user a question that can be like a scroller stopper. Like when someone is scrolling past on Facebook and they see a question, so they kind of get activated, they want to answer that question. So you can ask a question like, are you a trader? Are you a digital marketer? Are you into this? Are you into that? Or are you having problem with so and so, right? So once you're done asking the question, then the next line will be for you to like provide benefits of your offer. So your product can be about digital marketing. So are you a digital marketer? Then we are offering a free training on how to get more leads, on how to do this, on how to do that. So you want to just quickly write out the benefits, and then you just write call to action. So you put your website name, that will be the next thing you put. You put your website link where you want the visitors to go, and then afterwards you just want to encourage them to actually share that on social media. Just that simple line of share this with someone can actually make your ads go viral. So people would start sharing your ads because you've actually asked them to share. And then you want to just use some kind of emojis. When you're typing, you have options to use emojis here, so just add some emojis to your ad text. That would make it to come out more appealing. All right, so that's pretty that for your ad tests. And then you come down to your website URL. So this is where you're going to put your website URL. What you want to put here is your product page, or if it is your landing page, let's say you're collecting emails, okay, you are trying to generate leads, so that's what you're going to put here. And you can decide to put a display link, how you want it to display, what you want to be on top of it. And then you're going to choose your call to action. Okay, your call to action can be learn more, it can be shop now, it can be get quote, whatever that actually fits into your offer. It can be order now. Let's say you are selling a product, you can just say order now. Let's say you are giving out a free ebook, then you can do something like download, right? So you have a couple of options, but usually I just leave it at learn more. That is more kind of generic, right? And then you can see our pixel is already here. Okay, so our pixel is going to track that, and then that will be pretty it. So once you're done with that, you're just going to click on publish, right? So that will be pretty it on how to set up your ads. So if you follow this step by step, I'm sure you're going to really be able to do this for yourself and for your business. Okay, now just a quick one. The rule I want to reiterate here is that you can have multiple ad sets inside one campaign. Okay, you can have multiple ad sets inside one campaign, but how I actually run mine is I have one campaign for one location, and then I can have multiple ad sets inside that campaign, and then inside each of those ad sets will lead to one ad. I can have different variations of ad, okay, targeting the same interest or targeting the same ad set, okay, but I just want to have total control of how each of them performs. So that is just the basic rule I use, so you can apply that also for yourself, and I'm sure you're gonna really find it worthwhile. Alright guys, hope you got some value from this content, and I hope you're gonna be applying this in your business going forward. And I also believe that it's gonna be a game changer for you if you apply everything that I've shown you in this video. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know if you found this video valuable, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed. Give this video a thumbs up and share this video with someone else. And until I come your way next time, keep winning. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.